In today's news, body of male identified as Rotarian James Harris. PENN elected as RVP of the Commonwealth Games. Incinerator is one step closer to returning online. $10 million allocated to minimum wage review, and Dr. Dawson shares vision for agriculture. In addition to that, SMITH-MUSTAFA receives a U.S. presidential award, and the performing arts production rated a success. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Catch all the action from the 2023 NFL games with CCT Live on various channels, including ESPN Channel 412, ESPN2 Channel 413, Telemundo Channel 315, and Fox Channel 304. When you subscribe to any CCT Fire plan, you'll automatically bundle CCT Live. For more information, visit your nearest CCT store or give us a call at 444-4444. Choose CCT Live and enhance your game day experience.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Thursday, November 23rd, 2023. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Thursday's wish to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene, the body of the male found at Lower Estate, Tortola, in a parked vehicle on Tuesday, November 21st, just after 11 a.m., has been identified as Rotarian James Harris. In addition to being a stalwart Rotarian, Harris was employed at BDO at the time of his passing. Tributes have since begun to pour in from the wider Virgin Islands, speaking to Harris and his love for service. In an official statement, the Rotary Club of Central Tortola stated, and I quote, "It is with heavy hearts that we, the members of the Rotary Club of Central Tortola, extend our deepest condolences to the family of Rotarian James on the passing of our esteemed fellow Rotarian and friend. The news of his untimely departure has left us all in profound sorrow. James was a cherished member of our Rotary family, and his dedication, kindness, and unwavering commitment to service have left an undeniable mark on all of us. His passion for making a positive difference in our community was truly remarkable, and the impact of his selfless contributions will be felt for years to come." The statement continued to say, and I quote, "We will always remember James for his infectious enthusiasm, warm spirit, and his ability to bring people together for the greater good. His absence will be deeply felt within our club, and his legacy will continue to inspire us in our ongoing humanitarian endeavors." Speaking to his legacy as a Rotarian, the statement further said, As we mourn the passing of our dear friend and fellow Rotarian, let us celebrate the profound impact that James had on our lives and the lives of those in our community. His legacy will forever live on in the hearts of those he touched. James will be deeply missed, and his memory will remain a guiding light for our Rotary Club of Central Tortola. To date, no report has been published by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force. It remains unclear the circumstances surrounding the death of Mr. Harris. However, no foul play is suspected. Olympic Committee and BVI Commonwealth Games Association member Mr. Ephraim PENN has added yet another prestigious accolade to his name after being elected to serve as the Regional Vice President of the Commonwealth Games Federation. PENN was elected at the recently conducted Commonwealth Games Federation General Assembly in Singapore last week. As Regional Vice President, he will represent the interests of the Caribbean region and will build out on the progress made by the ongoing Regional Vice President, Senator Fortuna Belrose of St. Lucia, in the development of sport for all in the Caribbean region. In addition, PENN will continue to strengthen the position of the smaller Commonwealth Games associations for unified regional representation in the movement towards a sustainable and relevant Commonwealth Games. He is one of 6 regional vice presidents to be elected, joining Africa, Bostiang, the Americas, Judy Sims, Asia, Christopher, of course, Europe, Philip, and the Oceania. Now, the Commonwealth Games Federation also announced the election of 3 new vice presidents, Sandra Osborne, Hugh Graham, and Dr. Donald Rouquet. Chris Jenkins, Officer of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, was elected as the new president of the Commonwealth Games Federation, succeeding Dame Louise Martin of Scotland, who served as the president for nearly a decade from 2014. Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley revealed during the recent budget presentation that government has allocated close to $10 million to ensure no public officer earns below the minimum living wage, which consultations found to be $23,719 per year in the Virgin Islands.
We know that the cost of living is high, and many of the meager salaries could not handle it. One thing that we must all be committed to achieve is that no public officer will be earning less than the living wage. We have allocated close to $10 million in the budget to achieve this goal. Madam Speaker, we also have commitments. We also have committed ourselves to payment of all outstanding arrears for increments. When I entered office in 2019, the payment of increments was significantly behind, but we are very close to becoming current because we have committed to meeting our obligations. And may I add that we have to ensure going forward that we raise the revenues to keep pace with our obligations, and public servants are a part of that process.
The Premier stated that some 60% of government employees can currently be classified, and I quote, as working poor, based on the findings of the ongoing compensation review. The review uncovered that 17.3% of civil servants earn below the living wage amount, while another 42% barely earn above that threshold, leaving minimal capacity to save, invest, or handle emergencies.
Madam Speaker, it is unacceptable for approximately 60% of our public officers to be working poor, with no hope of being able to meet their basic needs, their bills, or to save not just for a rainy day, but to advance their social conditions. They must be released from this frustration and hopelessness. The inadequacies of our current compensation system have been highlighted in several reviews over the past 2 decades. The solutions to these problems have been known, but unfortunately there's a tendency for reports and recommendations, such as those, to end up on a shelf somewhere, only to collect dust while our people suffer. Madam Speaker, my colleagues and I are committed to ensuring that such will not be the fate of the current compensation review and job classification exercise.
While the Premier said the government itself cannot decide the new national minimum wage, Premier Wheatley expressed confidence that solutions can emerge through open national dialogue on this very urgent event.
We have to confront the reality that under the current remuneration scheme, we have government employees who cannot afford to take care of their own basic needs with the salaries they are being paid, let alone take care of a family. The PricewaterhouseCoopers Compensation Review and Job Classification Report, which was recently accepted by Cabinet, highlights, and I quote, analysis of current salaries to the living wage for a single-person household also revealed that the median salary for grades 1 through 3 is currently below the living wage. This accounts for 17.3% of total employees in the government. Additionally, grades 4 to 6 are between 2% and 20% higher than the living wage, which leaves limited opportunities for upward social mobility, savings, settling debt, emergencies, investments, etc. Approximately 42.6% of total government employees are situated in these levels. A minimum wage was estimated to be $23,719.80 per annum, representing the cost for a single-person household to live a basic but decent life in the BVI, inclusive of food, housing, education, healthcare, transportation, clothing, and other essentials for a family, including unexpected events. And these costs reflect local items and prices for 2021-2022, as reported by the BVI Central Statistics Office.
Up next, viewers, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
This November, the sun rises on the northernmost island of the Virgin Islands and shines over an unforgettable 3-day experience. The Caribbean's most anticipated food festival, the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November, the island's best restaurants present their best lobster dishes and other delicacies while you and 3,000 of your closest friends soak up the sun. Enjoy music from top bands, seaside activities, and win awesome prizes. There's nothing quite like the Anegada Lobster Festival. The 24th to the 26th of November. Book a room or catch a boat and be there. You'll see it's the taste and fun you need.
Only in Anegada, it's the best you will ever. It's a fun time together, wanted to last forever.
Black Friday just got better at VI Motors Parts Point on Virgin Gorda. Join us on Friday, November 24th from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. for the ultimate Black Friday sale. Score big with a whopping 20% off the entire store. Yes, you heard that right. 20% off on vehicle parts, tires, filters, tools, batteries, and all your favorite car accessories at VI Motors Part Point. But wait, there's more. Spend $20 or more and get a chance to win a 55-inch Smart TV, a 10th generation Apple iPad, a $100 gift certificate from VI Motors, a $100 gift certificate from CTL, or one night stay at the View Hotel. This isn't just a sale, it's a celebration. We're bringing the party to you with delicious food, refreshing drinks, and lively music. This Black Friday, make VI Motors Parts Point your destination for incredible savings, fun, and a chance to snag that fabulous 55-inch Smart TV. Mark your calendars. Friday, November the 24th, from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Drive into savings, rock into the festivities, and win big. Only at VI Motors Parts Point on Virgin Gorda.
And welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing on the local scene, the Department of Waste Management is making some progress, they say, in its plight to have the incinerator back online after receiving a shipment of parts needed for the Pockwood Pond facility. Director of Waste Management, Mr. Marcus Solomon, confirmed in a media release on Wednesday that his department received a shipment containing transfer arms for the incinerator. Solomon also revealed that his department is also anticipating the arrival of the long overdue control panels and 2 more pieces of equipment. While the 2 pieces of equipment were not named, the director said works will begin on the incinerator once all the outstanding parts are received. He said, and I quote, "Works will begin to remove the roof of the structure housing the incinerator when the full complement of equipment is on island, followed by the changing of the parts and the testing of the incinerator's electrical system to ensure the facility is operational." Meanwhile, Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, said plans are still full steam ahead for the implementation of a new waste strategy plan for the territory. Wheatley said, and I quote, "The ministry is currently working on a request for proposal for a brand new plant and waste strategy. So, irrespective of if this works or not, we are moving forward," he said, with a brand new strategy for waste in the Virgin Islands. He also added, "What is currently happening here is not sustainable, and we have to move away from this as quickly as possible. That proposal should be out to the public before the end of the month." With the incinerator offline, the Department of Waste Management is asking the public to refrain from putting flares, gas tanks, empty AC gas, canisters, and other flammable and combustible items into the garbage stream. For special instructions on how to dispose of the aforementioned types of materials, residents are asked to call the Department of Waste Management at 468-4934. Representative for the 1st Electoral District and Junior Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries, Dr. the Honorable Carl Dawson, says he has been active in tackling the issues in his ministry ever since being assigned the portfolio in May. Mr. Dawson's comments came during a recent interview on 284 Media's Just for the Record first 100-day series as he spoke about the challenges facing the territory in agriculture and fisheries and his plans to address them.
The first few things I would have tried to do was try to get a feel for the lay of the land, what's happening in fisheries, what happens in agriculture. So I would have had a number of individual meetings, some smaller group meetings with individuals from both sectors, trying to understand what the key issues are and what they see as the opportunities. And even within the people in the ministry and department, try to understand what their aspirations are. Because even though I may have a lead as far as approving policy or even resources, you still have professionals in the department that you have to listen to and understand that the day one was not the day that I entered. There were many days before and there have been many days after. So try to find out where we are and how we're going. Just last week, we had 2 general meetings, one with fishers and one with farmers on Tortola, and we also have some immediately planned for Virgin Gorda, and we'll continue to Just Van Dyke and Igata. So we'll be given, aside from the one-on-one conversations, we'll be given a larger group opportunity for farmers and fishers to express themselves as to what they see is going right, wrong, what needs to be done, and we will share some information about things that may be happening in the agriculture and fishery sector.
Regarding the return of the fishing depot, Minister Dawson spoke about the various concepts on the board to have the facility returned to the territory.
Even prior to my being elected, plans were being developed for a agricultural and fisheries processing plant to be located at Paraquita Bay.
Okay.
So it includes fish products, it includes farm products, crops, vegetables, also includes meat products. So the abattoir will be located to that location. So all our food production will be processed there. A lot we will be doing from there for wholesale purposes to local businesses, and some will be people may buy directly. But as far as, say, for instance, fishing is concerned, a concern a lot of people will say, well, the fishermen came in at Carrot Bay, pull in their catch, and you telling me I have to go up to Paraquita Bay to get a hard nose? No.
It's an interesting concern. Yeah.
It is an interesting concern. So we will be looking at that, and the solution that we're looking at is that to have develop the various areas as landing sites. When I say landing site, it means that we may then have to upgrade the facilities that might enhance the ability to clean the catch, to also preserve the catch over the short term until they're transported, and also for the sale of the catch on site. So it will allow persons in the local area to be able to get some of the catch, but hopefully there'll be enough sufficient to also be transported to the processing site for wholesale purposes or even retail purposes at particular points.
For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. And viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. You're watching 284 News.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service. Alright, you enjoy the rest of it. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man fit take care of me.
How may I assist you?
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Insurance. Good like that.
The push was to understand whatever we need in the second district, or whatever we need even in the Virgin Islands, we have the capacity, we have the resources, we have the knowledge.
We have to improve our primary health care. What we have seen over the years, anybody could tell you this, we have seen a decline in the level of primary health care. That is the clinics.
I think party politics, political agendas, after April the 24th should have been put aside.
How do you move government resources? How do you better understand the system? How do you get your piece in there first and so on to make sure that you get the most?
Folks will hear things about what we have in mind to get done for the district very soon.
The government who is responsible for all of these policies and programs, they're the ones who really have the handle for all of these things.
We saw the challenges in terms of how those funds were being misused and mismanaged, and we need to ensure that we have a transparent system in place to ensure that persons who need help are able to get help.
We are not going to be able to attract the kind of investment that I just talked about, that you and I just talked about, in terms of new money and new business, unless we clean this country up.
This fall, we're bringing you closer to the heart of democracy. Introducing Just for the Record, First 100 Days. We asked elected members of the House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands to account for their actions, successes, and shortfalls at this significant milestone since their swearing in. Find out starting Thursday, November 2nd at 8 p.m. Just for the Record, First 100 Days, exclusively on 284 Media. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Virgin Islander Mrs. Laurel SMITH-MUSTAFA, who along with her husband owns and operates the Ubuntu Youth Center in the United States, has received the U.S. Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. The award is one that the President of the United States awards to individuals who have made significant contributions in various areas. In an exclusive interview with 284 Media, SMITH-MUSTAFA spoke on the honor being bestowed to her and how her organization started.
Our organization is called Ubuntu Youth Center. Ubuntu is an African proverb that means I am because you are. So it's that collective responsibility of each other. If I'm down, you down. If I'm suffering, you're suffering kind of thing, and just being responsible with each other. So we have a summer program that, started out with my house being that house that everybody would come to for the summer. And then it grew into my nieces and nephews bringing their friends and then their friends and their friends. And then before I knew it, we were doing this full-fledged summer camp that really was teaching life skills that,
Yes.
That's going away. So simple things like laundry or how to hem your garment or sew on a button, and cooking, things like that. The kids were able to learn and engage. And of course, the theme of the whole camp experience is family environment. So they actually refer to each other as cousins, whether they were related or not. Some of them are gone on to college and they still talk to each other as cousins. And so that's how I'm Auntie Lori, my husband is Uncle Dill. And so that's the family structure of the camp, whether we're related or not. That's just what we created, that sense of family regardless.
The program, which is now celebrating its 10th year, continues to impact lives, and SMITH-MUSTAFA shared just how it means to be contributing in this fashion.
Yeah, the initiative that came out of that, actually Uncle Dill Field Day, which is my husband's name, he loves sports and obviously we love children. So we put the two together. It was actually started out as, let me see how I can celebrate him for his birthday. And we put the two together, and just like old school when we were growing up, the sack race, three-legged race, those types of things. It's a community event. It's free. Everybody, their family, everybody that we know or not know, I don't care. Just come on out, have a great time in clean family fun. And we also give away a scholarship, to an after-school program to encourage kids to discover, their own creativity or the things that they love.
Amazing. Now, how long has the program been running?
So it's been 10 years. So we're excited this March, we celebrated our 10th year anniversary.
Speaking on the award received, she reflected on what it means to be honored and recognized by the President of the United States.
You're saying it, and it's still not registering that you're talking about me.
Yes, ma'am.
Because it says Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm still in my 20s. What lifetime are you talking about?
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely shocked. Absolutely gratitude. Clearly, there's the scripture that says, let my work speak for me. And really, when my husband and I, we set out to do the work that we're doing in the community, it's not even that we were like, we're going to just impact these youth lives. We're just being who God created us to be. We're loving in the way that we feel that God loves us, and feel like it's important for children to feel that love, not just from their parents, but to know that there's a community. And so us just being us, and to know that there's people just watching and saw it enough to submit applications to nominate us for this award is just humbling. And as I read the letter and look at the certificate, as much as, Joe Biden is the president of the United States and such a powerful person, it's just, not a powerful person, but in the community, he has a prestigious seat. But more than that, I'm reading the words and I'm hearing it, but then I'm also feeling the confirmation of God saying, well done, like you're doing what you're supposed to do. And so, yeah, I have my little pin. I should have it on my jacket. It's my little pin.
Lovely.
I should have put it on my jacket, but I don't even want to take it out. It's so funny. I'm scared I'm going to lose it. And the certificate, let me grab the certificate.
Congratulations. For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. Director of Culture, Dr. Catherine Smith, has lauded, and I quote, the Remember My Name performing arts production that honored 10 Virgin Islanders heroes as a major success. Dr. Smith said the performance made an earnest call for Virgin Islanders to reflect on the significant contributions made by the 10 recently designated heroes and their efforts towards advancing the socio-economic and political interest of the territory. Dr. Smith said, and I quote, one of the oldest and most enduring ways we can tell our Virgin Island story is through performance. We must keep sharing our stories amongst each other and to the world. The production of Remember My Name was a lovely mixture, she said, of theater, poetry, dance, and visual arts. Congratulations to our talented professionals in the area of performing arts who worked to produce this enjoyable event. Now, the 10 distinguished Virgin Islanders who received this honor are Mr. Shelley Martin, Miss Piran George, Mr. Augustus McClevery, Mr. Obadiah Dawson, Mr. Henry Garnett, Mr. Theodore Faulkner, Mr. Isaac Glanville Fonseca, Mr. Carlton DeCastro, Mr. H. Lively Stout, and Mr. Noah Lloyd. Each of the honorees' historic stories was depicted through monologues, choreographed dances, poetry, and drama, which focus on the prevailing social ills and historical context and how each hero sought to overcome issues that negatively affected the Virgin Islands community. The night of performance also emphasized how their distinguished service has laid the groundwork for the more prestigious, prosperous, stable, and cohesive contemporary Virgin Island society. The performers included Errol Percival, the junior heritage dancers whose performance was choreographed by Heather Butcher, Rochelle Smith, Adagio dancers who performed an item choreographed by Sasha Cricky. Visual Arts via Donovan portrayed the 1853 cattle tax riot led by Shelley Martin with an action painting The night of performance ended with the audience being asked to join the performers in repeating the names of the Virgin Islands heroes to contemplate, reflect, honor, and remember those who were bestowed this distinguished honor. Viewers, that is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. I'll see you again tomorrow. Do have an enjoyable evening. Have a safe and enjoyable night. Happy Thursday. Bye-bye.